and the opposition party, that is the Congress, will have to do some serious answering as well, because the photographs that you had shown yesterday also draw certain answers, need certain answer from the Congress party.
Navika Kumar, our managing editor. Dr. Sambit Patra, please stay with us on the phone. Navika Kumar back with us. Navika, the question that's being asked of the BJP is, if the Congress doesn't disrupt and they call the government to debate, will the government debate it? Because there are some burning issues that have been listed here. Order of priorities will question the Congress party, but the burning issues remain.
That's right, Anand. The issue that we need to first focus on is the discourse in this country really going to be about communal polarization? And that is the question I want to ask Dr. Sambit Patra. Dr. Sambit Patra, the first few issues that have been listed by the Congress party, clearly the polarization agenda. Are both the national political parties, the BJP and the Congress party, only going to limit the discourse in this country to communal polarization? Is the most politics that these two parties can do?
The Pakistan aggression issue at the 13th page, almost at the 13th page, if I can see properly in your annexer. While we see the mob lynching and the cow vigilantism in the first few pages, the first 4 pages or 5 pages, we see that as the most important issue in the country. So over here, I believe, well, yes, every political party has a democratic right to raise any issue on the floor of the parliament, but the priority itself shows the kind of attitude the party has. Over here, the priority of the Congress party is to spread communal polarization across the country in the name of mob lynching, though Mr. Amit Shah, the party president, was extremely right a few days ago, pointing out that if we compare the statistics of the lynching that took place during the Congress days with the lynching that took place now, surely the lynching proportions were higher during the Congress days, the communal violence were higher during the Congress days, but still trying to polarize the country and to prioritize wrongly is what is a suspect over here. Well, yes, we should discuss about terrorism, we can discuss about issues of national security, but we don't find that.
Dr. Sambit Patra, the other issue is, do you see this as an agenda for debate or do you see this as an agenda for disruption in Parliament?
So definitely they have put this whole document, the document that you have accessed from the Congress party, this document in a very subtle way is a dossier of disruption. Why I say so is just because of the very fact that vigilantism and mob lynching is the most important agenda over here. So the issues of terrorism have taken a backbench. So naturally, the question that the people of this country would be asking, drawing inspiration from what the Prime Minister of the country said only day before yesterday, that growing stronger together should be the catch line of the monsoon session of the Parliament. And this monsoon session of Parliament is extremely important because the country is electing its President and the Vice President as well. So if we have a bipartisan consensus in this monsoon session, it would have sent a different kind of message across the country. Today only, our Parliamentary Affairs Minister has also called upon in his address that he calls upon all the opposition parties to come together and work for a beneficial agenda of the country.
But Dr. Sambit Patra, the question here for the Congress party is also whether it has its priorities right. Jobs, job creation, economic growth, progress of the country, development issues, they seem to be very low on the priority list, as well as issues of terrorism, the standoff with China and Pakistan. All of them seem to be really down below. Is it the other issues of communal polarization, religious polarization, that seem to be the only narrative that the Congress party wants to play on? And does this suit the BJP as well, which has always benefited on the polarization issue?
No, I would see it differently. I would see that the Congress party probably has not gone through the committee report of Mr. Anthony after 2014. That is what the Congress party has been consistently trying to do, polarize and appeasement. And yet again, despite the fact that statistics point differently, the Congress party is pointing in a particular direction. The Congress party also is well aware of the fact that as far as how vigilantism is concerned, the Prime Minister has come down heavily against such groups, not once or twice, but thrice. Number two, and extremely importantly, why does the Congress party prioritize in a wrong way? Remember, if the Congress party would have put Pakistan or would have put China in the first priority list, then naturally, once they would have got up to speak about Pakistan, people would have asked Congress party, what did you do with Sandeep Dixit? He was a former parliamentarian. He called the army chief Sadak ke Gunde. If you raise surgical strike, because I have also seen through the news channel that is Times Now, that probably surgical strike also finds a mention in this 40-odd page document. And in the surgical strike, yet again it appears in a very subtle way they are questioning the importance of the surgical strike. So they know very well if they question the surgical strike, it would not go down well with the people. And that is why they have thrown the issue of terrorism, which is extremely important, to the backbench. And secondly, if they raise the issue of China as the front runner, they are extremely aware of the fact that once they speak of China, the photograph which is looming large across the internet today of the complete Gandhi family with Mr. Robert Vadra enjoying some kind of Chinese noodles in one of the hotels in Delhi would be discussed. People of the country would in fact be projecting that photograph. So naturally they have thrown these two extremely important issues out of the window, and they have cow and lynching, which they feel would be extremely important for communal polarization and appeasement in this country. But this is quite wrong.
Dr. Sambit Patra, what we are calling it here on Times Now is the Kong dossier dhamaka, because the question that remains is, will the government engage in debate or will it encourage disruption? What is the Congress's motive to draw the government into debate or to disrupt Parliament? That debate continues. Navika Kumar, Dr. Patra, thank you for talking to us. Just moving on to a quick check of the headlines at 1 p.m. Times Now accesses 40-page Congress internal note listing their strategy for Parliament to corner the government. BJP calls it the dossier of disruption.
हमारी सैलरी श्रीमन एक जो हमारा सेक्रेटरी उससे भी नीचे।
यहाँ दिल्ली का भी लोगों को घर चलाना है, कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी के मकान लोग चलाते हैं, सांसदों के घर में कितने लोग आते हैं?
Look where their priorities lie, and that's the question that we are asking here on Times Now. Amid farmer distress, mob lynchings in the country, pay hike chorus in Parliament, Netas put perks over people again. Massive controversy erupts over Rahul. Beg your pardon, after Times Now stung Nitish's key aide, who revealed he struck a compromise with Lalu to remain in power, and emboldened Tejaswi slams the centre. The tainted Neta says centre targeting the honest.
The hypocrisy of the Gandhi family in bringing out, in deceiving the people about what they're actually doing.
Massive controversy erupts over Rahul Vadra meet with the Chinese envoy. BJP questions Rahul's hypocrisy, asks what's Vadra's common interest with China. Will the Congress explain the Chinese chakkar? Times Now exposes how former UPA Minister Praful Patel's driver bagged a mega contract for airport services while he ran the Civil Aviation Ministry. Stay tuned for part 2 of that expose. After Rajnikant, now superstar Kamal Hassan jumps into the fray, hints at joining politics. Will it be Rajni versus Kamal in Tamil Nadu? Is privacy a fundamental right? 9-judge Supreme Court bench set to pass landmark judgment. Shocking terror appeasement caught on camera. While Salahuddin wages war in India and bleeds our brave, state government awards privileges to the terrorist kin.
हम तो बहुत मुश्किल में थे, वहाँ पार कमरे में थे, और जहाँ यहाँ पड़ा है ग्राउंड में पड़ा है, तो हम टेबल ऊपर टेबल में बैक रख के वो टेबल के नीचे छुपे हुए.
Coward Park won't even spare our children. Over 200 students rescued by forces after they were trapped in crossfire. Times Now reports from the Naushera sector. You're on Newsroom 365. I'm Anand Narasimhan. Even as the Kong dossier dhamaka explodes onto the political arena in the monsoon session, this is that entire list, ladies and gentlemen, and I bring your attention to this because nowhere here is privileges and pay hikes for mantris mentioned. But guess what? Congress, Samajwadi Party stood up in the upper house and argued vehemently for. There is farmer distress listed here. Lynchings are number one. But this was not the priority for the MPs in Parliament. More privileges for them, more salary hikes for them was what was being raised vehemently with so much force. So this dossier, I don't think even the senior leaders of the Congress party or anybody else in the opposition have bothered to read, because their priorities is just themselves, their selfish interest. Listen to what happened on the floor of the House.
उपसभापति महोदय, संसद नियमों पर चलती है, समितियां बनी हैं। अगर भारत की संसद ने दोनों सदनों की एक जॉइंट कमेटी बनाई है जो सैलरीज और अलाउंसेस को देखती है, पहले तो दुनिया भर में कहीं भी सांसदों को इतना अपमानित, प्रताड़ित और बदनाम नहीं किया जाता जितना हिंदुस्तान। ओके। सुनिए, नहीं सर, क्योंकि कहते हैं साहब ये खुद अपनी तनख्वाह बढ़ा लेते हैं। सुनिए साहब, एक मिनट मेरी बात पूरी करने दें। एक तो ये कहते हैं ये खुद बढ़ा लेते हैं, दूसरी बात ये है कि आप कोई दूसरा मैकेनिज्म, दूसरा प्रावधान कर दें कि पे कमीशन में जो तय होगा, जो दुनिया के दूसरे प्रजातंत्र के अंदर है, जो सीनियर मोस्ट सिविल सर्वेंट है, उससे चाहे आप 1 रुपया ऊपर दें, जो आपका वारंट ऑफ रेसिडेंस कहता है, जो दुनिया के दूसरे प्रजातंत्र करते हैं, आप वो करिए। ये हमेशा ये होता है कि
And just when the nation is outraged, they are angry at what priorities our parliamentarians are shown. Here is the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister rubbing salt to your wounds. Not rubbing, but pouring buckets full of salt into open wounds of the exchequer. He has announced a double hike for MLAs. This is Shabir Ahmed getting us this detail directly at this point. Shabir and Vijay joining us with the details from Chennai. Our correspondents on ground giving us this detail. Edappadi Palaniswamy has doubled the salaries of the MLAs. Those who are ready to sell themselves off to the highest bidder have now got a double. They have been rewarded for this kind of display of absolute lack of integrity. From 55,000 rupees to 1,05,000 rupees per month is what their salaries have been hiked to, and Constituency Welfare Fund has also been up from 2 crore rupees to 2.5 crore rupees. So this is what is going on. You sell yourself to the highest bidder, you're ready for sale, you belie the trust of the people, you stand exposed that for anything that is cash, you will do anything as long as the cash is forked. And once again, Edappadi Palaniswamy forking up the cash at the cost of you and us, the taxpayer. Vivek Narayan, our executive editor, joining us with more details. Now this is pouring bucketfuls of salt to the wounds of the people.
Not just that, Anand. I mean, look at it. I mean, Edappadi Palaniswamy clearly is rewarding those who stood by him, and also looking at prospective MLA supporters to his cause from the other side. And to add insult to injury is that even for ex-MLAs, from 12,000 he's raised it to 20,000 rupees. So it's essentially a freebie time in Tamil Nadu. If we saw during Jayalalitha's time, just before elections, freebies were given. Right now we have a situation where MLAs are being given freebies and handouts just after elections. That's essentially to make sure the entire flock is together, Anand.
Yes, we want to see if the opposition comes out and says we don't want this bribe at the cost of the people. We don't want this. Let's see if MK Stalin comes out and takes that position. That's when we'll know where their true intent is. Vivek.
Quite unlikely that DMK or any of the opposition parties may say that. But for the people of Tamil Nadu, it's a big blow. You have a time when basic essential services, there is extreme water shortage in Chennai. At that time, instead of looking at these things, clearly the priority, whether it be in Parliament or in the State Assembly, the focus is on themselves. They just want to look at themselves, make sure that they're comfortable. And Edappadi, of course, making this situation to ensure that he sails smoothly.
And from centre to the state, they have given priority to perks and privileges. That's what stands out about our netas, our elected representatives and nominated representatives in Parliament. Vivek.
Precisely, Anand. If you look at the screen, you can see pictures of naked farmers there in New Delhi. They are right now protesting outside the Parliament in Jantar Mantar in Delhi today. Also, at this time, the parliamentarians, you had the legislators, you had the chief ministers, the temerity of these leaders to come out and reward themselves. Reward themselves for what, Anand? As I said, Chennai is right out of water. Almost every household has to buy water in tankers. In that situation, they go ahead and reward themselves. And this is something that social activists, whether it be actors like Kamal Hassan or Rajnikant, they are bound to raise.
And at the time where mobile tariffs and data plan tariffs have come down into 3 digits and to the lower side of it even into 2 digits, they have given themselves a 2,000 rupee hike even for phone bills from 5,000 rupees a month to 7,000 rupees a month. Wonder who are these people calling so much at this point when we have caught MLAs and legislators using the phone for we know what inside assemblies like in Karnataka. They want more money for doing that. That's the point that we are highlighting at this point. Vijay Christodos with us live. Vivek, going across to him. Vijay, so perks and freebies being doled out at a time when the state is running a huge debt. They don't even have enough money to alleviate the farmers' woes and give them proper loans and waive off their loans.
Well, Anand, what's shocking is, how oblivious this entire Edappadi Palaniswamy government is to the entire predicament around them, They've just not understood the people's emotions. They're time and time again just thinking about what they want. They're completely into themselves. They just have no idea as to what is happening. They're completely clueless. It seems like their behavior seems like they're completely clueless or even they don't care about the people. Almost 100% hike in salaries. Like you were just mentioning, a 7,000 rupee for 7,000 rupees for phone bill. Now, a 2,000 rupee hike over there, and also the constituency fund from 2 crore to 2.5 crore. Now, a 50,000 rupees hike in constituency fund seems absolutely ridiculous because there has been time and time again, we've seen so many people from constituencies in the last 4 months coming out and complaining, giving out petitions in the collector's office, in MLA's office, but nothing has been done, whether it has to do with
Mr. Rajashekaran, C. Rajashekaran with us on the phone, and also Mr. Rajagopalan with us on the phone. Mr. Rajagopalan, sir, what is happening? Why is Edappadi Palaniswamy cheating the Makkal further?
It is a loot, Narasimhan, because now the MLAs are wanting their term of legislature, MLA of Tamil Nadu, or ending by year end because there is a prospect of elections early next year. That is why these MLAs are given a huge 100% increase in the salary. The people are now begging for jobs, but these netas, they are getting their own salary increased, which is a atrocious one. Governor, Mr. Vidyasagar Rao, should ensure that it is not signed at his level, and center, once it comes to the center, President also should not sign that. Though it's a money bill, the state is entitled to increase the MLA salary, but not to this extent of 100%.
First, the opposition should come out and say we don't want the pay hike at the cost of the people. When the people are in distress, we can't give ourselves and accord ourselves privileges and perks. Will they say that? That's a bigger question, Mr. Rajashekaran. That is highly unlikely, because when it comes to rewarding themselves at the cost of the people, they are all in it together.
See, Anand, I have a different opinion with regard to this hike. See, I don't hold brief to, I don't have any allegiance to any of the parties in the state. But my point is, let them increase their salaries, but let them not indulge in corruption, taking bribes in any of the ministry and any of the departments. Let them eliminate corruption. They should give a free and fair governance without corruption in any level, at any level. Because there is a rampant corruption in the state of Tamil Nadu, be it DMK or ADMK. And that has to be eliminated. So I see no wrong in the hike of salaries of the MLAs, but they should not involve in any kind of corruption from the common man in public. They should not take bribe, or they should not take any kind of consideration to doing their job. They should serve the people of the state. Instead, take money for everything, for contracts, for appointments, for signing anything. These things should be eliminated. They should not continue in the state forever, because they have got a hike and they should be happy with whatever they have got.
What hike? Why should you give them a hike? Mr. Rajashekaran, they sold the people's vote, made cash out of it. They sold the people's trust, made cash out of it. They sold the people, banned gutka, made cash out of it. And now, at the cost of their tax, they are rewarding themselves with more money. What is this going on in Tamil Nadu? And why should this be allowed?
See, this decision by the government of Tamil Nadu has been unanimously passed by the both opposition and the ruling party MLA.
So that means none of these people are worth the trust of the people, because all they want is to fill their own pockets. Is that not the real? Does that not stand exposed, Mr. Rajgopalan? I think we've lost Mr. Rajgopalan. I've got Jayanto joining us from the Delhi newspaper. Now look at this. Look at what is happening. This is the list of issues, priority issues by the Congress party in their dossier, Jayanto, and nowhere is hikes and pay and privileges ever mentioned in this long dossier of burning issues. But what they have absolutely vehemently debated and asked for on the floor of the House today is money for themselves. And look what's happening in Tamil Nadu. 100% hike for all MLAs who have lost the trust of the people.
Yes, absolutely, Anand. If you look at it, it's not only Tamil Nadu. If you remember, sometimes back even in Delhi, there was a committee that was set up which looked into the requirements of the MLAs, and they also proposed a hike in their salary. Same is happening in the parliament. Same thing is happening in Tamil Nadu also. Now look at a member of parliament. He not only gets his 50,000 rupees, apart from that, he has his perks also. Now every week that the parliament is in session, he has the right to fly from his constituency to Delhi and back in that week, every week when the parliament is in session. Leave that alone. Again, if there is any kind of standing committee meeting or any other committee meetings happening, he has to fly down to Delhi. We are bearing, you are bearing their expenses, and that too with one of their person who can accompany also along with the member of parliament. So these are just one example of the perks that they are getting. But on top of that, they are now demanding that they should get more. Now, have they ever tried to sit down and justify what they are doing in the parliament? In the parliament also, how many hours of business is going on? Has there been any kind of concrete business that has come up? The bills that are pending in the parliament, who's responsible for that? And this is the time when they are talking on the one side, they have a list of the do's and don'ts, where they are talking about agrarian crisis, they are talking about lynching and all that.
Sorry, pulling away from you, I've got Mr. America V. Narayanan and Mr. Rajgopalan with us on the phone.
2 o'clock, yeah.
Just pulling away, Megha Prasad joins us from Parliament, but before I go across to them, America V. Narayanan, sir, 100% hike for MLAs, do they deserve it? They're getting paid 2,000 rupees more for even their phone bills. To do what? Negotiate better deals and try and see who's bidding for them more?
Well, the first thing is I support increase in the salary of the elected representatives, number one. Number two, hopefully you should also concurrently go with increasing performance and demanding performance. Number three, we should have a better way to fire the corrupt politicians. But to say that the salary, emoluments of the elected representatives should not be increased are the people who do not understand how the democracy should function. I support increase in the emoluments, but followed by demand for performance and chucking out those people who do not perform. But so I think.
But what have they done to? What have, sir? You know, in a professional environment, you have KRAs. You have to deliver. You are given incentive. You're given incentive, promotion, salary hike based on your performance. What have these MLAs done? What is their performance? You know the current state of Tamil Nadu. You know the current state of what's happening. So why should we give them a 100% hike? They should actually, their salary should be cut.
It is, I agree, based on the performance. It's not only the salary should be cut, they should be dismissed. But the way you have to work within the system, it's the chicken or the egg. I think you pay peanuts, you get only monkeys. So let's increase first. What can be done, what's doable too. And I think at the same time, the reform has been brought in for the performance.
Don't they get state-funded accommodation? Don't they get privileges? Don't they get free railway tickets? Don't they get travel allowance? Sir, what they are getting right now is far more in terms of privileges, what they accord to themselves, than any other professional does. But they are in public service. Viewers are calling us and asking us, you got into it. Nobody forced you into it. You decided to serve the people. And now you say you claim privileges and you want to tax the people more, you want to earn more out of them. What is
No,
this logic?
it is-
Whereas you
it
deliver
is-
nothing.
I think it's wrong to say only people who are well off, like me, should get involved in politics. I think politics should attract good people from every profession, irrespective of their economic status. And hence, it has to be improved. In terms of railway tickets or airline tickets, it is given for them to travel to do their duty. They have given hostels and their accommodations either at Delhi or at Chennai, so that they have to attend the parliament and all the assemblies. I think you guys in the media has a responsibility to increase demand performance at the same time.
Mr. America and Narayanan,
no,
sir,
you are, I think you are
sir,
talking like any typical...
No, sir, I'm not going to engage with you further because I disagree with you. Let's see what our viewers have to say. I'm going to respectfully disconnect the call, and I thank you for talking to us, but I hope you watch this broadcast and listen to what our viewers are saying now. We've patched their numbers, we've patched them through. 2 callers already with us. First caller is Sukanya. The numbers are flashing at the bottom of your screen. Sukanya, I'm just letting our viewers know the numbers to call in are 0222499, 0594, 596 and 598. Sukanya, go ahead.
Anand,
Hello, go ahead, Sukanya.
Yeah, Anand, I have to congratulate you that you took up this wonderful issue. And being a taxpayer, I don't think so these MPs or MLAs, their salary hike is deserved. And I really disagree with the political analyst, America also. And this farmers issue, or all these issues, you take always the right issue, the right stand, the right opportune time. And regarding these MLAs, where are they when there are potholes on the roads? Where are these people when the poles are there lying on the roads during rainy season? And I heard in Chennai, because my parents are there in Chennai, it takes 10 days for them to book a tanker, and they have to wait for the tanker to arrive for 10 days. Is this not a civic apathy? Where are these politicians?
Sukanya, that's the thing they have done.
Why don't they address
they are giving themselves a reward because they sent the tanker in 10 days. If you don't reward them, you'll have to wait for 20. That's what they're telling the people. You see the irony, ma'am? That's the irony. They are rewarding themselves for sending a tanker in 10 days. Otherwise, they say, otherwise it could have come to you in 20. That's why you pay us double now. Next time we think about sending it to you in 7 days. That's how these politicians think and behave. Sukanya Iyer, thank you. Thank you for calling in. You're a doctor by profession, I'm given to understand. Our next caller, Preeti Gurjar. Preeti, thank you for your patience. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Anand. I just want to say, with due respect to Mr. Narayanan, I think he should change his profession to start off with. Secondly, because what he said was absolutely humbug. Secondly, not only in Tamil Nadu, I even saw this Telugu, your Hyderabad, the chief minister who goes to Tirupati and spends all the public money on all the, the pujas and stuff like that.
Yes.
I mean, how dare they use our money for rubbish like this? And the farmers, poor things, they don't have the money. And what do these people do? No wonder Shashikala apparently had these 2 crores to give the jail people for a 5 BHK accommodation. This is absolutely unjustified and unacceptable. And secondly, I think Mr. Modi should look into this. I think there was some talk about performance-based pay hikes. I think this should be very, very seriously taken up, and somebody has to do something about it. Because other than lining their pockets, these politicians, I'm sorry, I can think of a few expletives right now.
No,
they don't do a damn thing.
Let's not get there, ma'am. I understand you articulated the issues really well. Performance-based payment system is something which our parliamentarians, legislators, corporators, everybody deserves to have, because if they don't deliver, they get nothing. You don't debate in parliament, you get nothing. You disrupt parliament, you get nothing. That should be the standard operating procedure for these parliamentarians. That's what you're sent there to do. Raise questions, discuss, debate, and arrive at a decision. If you don't do that, if you let the session in limbo, you get nothing. That should be the case, because that's what happens with all professionals who are there to serve, do their job. Our next caller, Guru Prasad from Mumbai. Yes, Guru Prasad.
Not from Mumbai, sir. This is Guru Prasad from Dubai.
Dubai, good afternoon. Go ahead, please.
Good afternoon. See, the point is, 100% raise in their salary for the work they are doing. It is laughable. Anywhere in the world, it doesn't happen. And people are of the view that if Congress supports American Narayan, I think he just came on the line and he was saying that he is supporting it. I don't know. I don't understand this. 100% right when people are dying and my money. God, yeah.
True. Guru Prasad, thank you. Guru Prasad, thank you for calling in. Thank you for calling in. America V. Narayanan, I hope you listen to the voice of the people, and all other netas, if they listen to the voice of the people, no justification. We're taking more calls at this point. Our next caller, Venkatesh from Chennai. Good afternoon, Venkatesh. Go ahead, please.
Good afternoon, and I am really I've been disheartened by listening to these type of apathies. I am an ex-serviceman. It's really pathetic. Our country is being sold out. It is disheartening to the extent how these people are laughing in the TV. I am not able to understand when the people in soldiers are dying.
Venkatesh, I'm interrupting you, just going across to a reporter who's right there at Jantar Mantar where the farmers are protesting. Shilpa joins us. Yes, Shilpa, what are the farmers saying behind you? Are they aware of these pay hikes that the legislators and Edapadi Palaniswamy has accorded to the people in Tamil Nadu? The MLAs in Tamil Nadu?
Well, I'm standing right. Yeah, well, I'm standing right here at Jantar Mantar where the farmers are protesting. They have no idea as to what their chief minister have done. A clear case of misplaced priorities happening here because Tamil Nadu chief minister Edapadi Palaniswamy has in fact doubled the income of all the MLAs in Tamil Nadu, whereas the farmers from that state are here protesting.
Can you go in and try and talk to some of these farmers? Yeah.
Sure. Sir, पता है आपको आपके सीएम ने एमएलएस का सैलरी इंक्रीज किया और आप लोगों को
Yes, but
आपके सीएम ने एमएलएस का Okay, I'll just connect you with Ayakanna sir, who is the face of the protest. Sir, CM Edapadi Palaniswamy has increased the MLA's pay. What do you have to say? You are protesting here for good livelihood and...
Yes, we are protesting here without the shirt, without the dhoti, with the langod. The CM came here and he promised us, I help you, I will do something for you. But he has not done it, nothing. We have asked him, all the drought, all farmers affected. So you please don't take the appeal to the Supreme Court, but take appeal. But he increased the salary of the MLA 100 times. During 1970, if a 60 kg paddy is 40 rupees, then MLA is 250, only 6 back. Now the MLA salary is 1,10,000, but our paddy is only 800 rupees. This is a pathetic condition. They are thinking we are the slaves of India. So that's the reason CM is not taking in consideration. For the first day, for the fourth day we are sitting in the road, we are eating in the road, we are agitating in the road, but they don't want to help us, but we don't want to do anything in favor of the farmers. So we request the CM, sir, please consider us, please withdraw the case from the Supreme Court, and also please save the farmers. Otherwise, CM must come to Delhi and met the Prime Minister of India and give the profitable price and the interlinking of rivers.
Shilpa, ask him, do the MLAs deserve a salary hike?
As well as the
have they done anything for the farmers to deserve a salary hike?
Be saved. Otherwise, we will be the slaves of India and fourth-rate citizen of India.
So clearly, they are saying they're still requesting Tamil Nadu Chief Minister
Can you hear me?
to take cognizance of their issues. However, clearly,
Shilpa, can you ask Can you ask him what does he feel about MLAs doubling their salaries while the farmers are suffering? Do you think Edapadi Palaniswamy has been fair to them? He's denied them farm loan waivers, saying we don't have money.
Well, Ayakanna sir is busy at the moment. We will connect back to him. However, the important point is this is a clear case of misplaced priority here. Edapadi Palaniswamy almost doubling the pay of all the MLAs while the farmers from their state are here protesting for the second time. This is not the first time that they're protesting. They are here, they come to Delhi for the second time. Remember in April, Edapadi Palaniswamy had in fact promised them that he will look into their issues However, clearly going back on his promise, and now we can see that he is almost double. The MLAs had an income of around 55,000, and now he's proposed to make it around 1 lakh. So almost
Any of
doubling
the other farmers here, I think they're all conversant in English or in Tamil. You can even speak to them in Tamil if you can, or speak to them in English and see what they have to say about these pay hikes being given to the MLAs. Many of these MLAs represent their respective constituencies.
We'll just go back to Ayakanna sir. We'll just go back to Ayakanna sir. Sir, the pay of MLAs have been high, but they're clearly ignoring your request.
Yes.
So have they betrayed you?
Yes, they not only betrayed it, they want to slowly kill us. They want to slowly, in 1970, the salary of MLA 250, then the paddy price 60 kg per 40 rupees, the only six bag of paddy is MLA salary. Now the MLA is 1,10,000 rupees. So we demand not like that. We demand. We demand a 5%. If 1,10,000, you please give 5,000 rupees to the paddy. We don't want any concession, we don't want any free, we don't want write-off loans, but they don't want to give the fair price, they don't want to help us, so no other way except to commit suicide. That's all. Because they are indirectly, they are abetting, CM is abetting, other people are abetting to commit suicide, farmers. That's the real question.
Well, Ayakanna sir here suggesting of taking some harsh measures, but very sadly, we have to point out this very insensitive behavior of Tamil Nadu government, because they are clearly ignoring the issues of the farmers. They are, in fact, asking for
Shilpa, please go back and ask him. Please go back and ask him. Does he believe that the other MLAs, consensus MLAs of the assembly, should reject this salary hike? The opposition, MK Stalin, they should lead the way, saying unless you alleviate and deliver, there should be no hikes given. Please speak to him.
पूरे देश के कोने से आए हुए सभी किसान नेता
Well, the opposition leaders should definitely take cognizance of this. This is MK Stalin of DMK should really rise up to the occasion and tell the government that this is not the time to raise the income. But there are other main issues that the state is facing, and the government has to prioritize at the moment. DMK opposition clearly has to take a very tough stand here because the state is reeling under severe drought, and they cannot ignore this situation anymore. Well, I'll just go back to Ayakanna sir. Sir, DMK Stalin, should he raise this issue? Should he ask the government not to implement this pay hike? Should DMK Stalin, MK Stalin, should he ask the government not to implement this pay hike?
Oh, they are demanding not to implement.
Should he, I'm asking if the opposition should ask the government to not implement.
Not to implement. Not. See, that is the MLAs. We request, please give us 5%. That is 5,540 kg of sugars. We demanded. If they will, we beg the CM. We request the CM. But if the CM will not give us, no other way except to commit suicide. Indirectly, they are abetting to commit suicide. That's all.
Again, he's reiterating the fact that they will, in fact, take some harsh measures here if the MLAs continue to ignore their requests. The MLAs here, very, very insensitive behavior. They are, in fact, taking a pay hike. In fact, they should be the ones who should say, this is not the time for pay hike. Let us work for our farmers. They are reeling under severe issues. So let's take their issues first.
So the farmer protest there, asking some very, very pertinent questions and very, very straightforward questions of Edapadi Palaniswamy and also the netas of this country. Where are your priorities? You accord yourselves perks and privileges as you ignore the real issues of the country, especially farmers who are in major distress in the respective states. This protest going on at Jantar Mantar. Will come back to this major development here on Newsroom 365 after a very short break. Do stay with us. Edapadi Palaniswamy, the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, has given his MLAs of the Tamil Nadu Assembly, who lost the trust of the people, sold it to the highest bidder, a double hike, a hike of 100% on their salaries, 55,000 to 105,000 rupees, plus 2,000 rupees pay hike in their phone bills from 5,000 rupees to 7,000 rupees. Even ex-MLAs get more money now. So he's doling out the hard-earned money of the taxpayer towards the perks and privileges of MLAs who have done nothing for the state except expose themselves in the cash for trust, MLAs for sale expose here on Times Now. They have also been caught selling cash for cancer. Cancer for cash, beg your pardon. As far as the prevalence or sale of gutka, which is banned in Tamil Nadu. Every expose points to these MLAs not doing their job. Perhaps politics is the only place where the MLAs and these politicians who commit to serve the people get rewarded for not doing their job, and they get double salary hikes. Jaya from Mumbai, our caller with us as we continue to take your calls. Yes, Jaya.
Yes, it's absolutely shocking. The demand by the MPs at Delhi and the MLAs who have already got it in Tamil Nadu. The Tamil Nadu MLAs have been exposed through your channel in the gutka scam and in selling, in bargaining for the seats in Tamil Nadu to the tune of crores. And the farmers are agitating and they have gone all the way to Delhi again. And is this the time for them to be given? Why do they need it? Let me tell you. I got the breakup of all the MPs. They get at least 50,000. Half of it is tax-free. They've got a constituency allowance. They're furnished accommodation, laundry, etc. Everything is met. Air-free travel to and fro during the parliamentary sessions. And for the families, 34 in a year. And rail travel is free innumerable times. And TA, DA, subsidized food in the parliament's canteens. What do they need extra money for? True. And they're
right.
to compare them.
Jaya, many callers with us. I have to interrupt you. Thank you for raising these very pertinent questions. Some of the burning questions we're putting out even as we go to our next caller. Mr. V.N. Sampath with us and also Mr. Radhakrishnan. Good afternoon, Mr. Radhakrishnan first. Yes, sir.
Then, I just wanted to say that this Amerikai Narayanan must be given a Padma Bhushan for whatever he has told, that he has justified the salary hike, number one. Number two, all these politicians in the country, whether it is Tamil Nadu or anywhere else, after getting elected, they think that it is their fiefdom. And they can do anything, they can sell their votes, they can make money and everything. Maybe they are finding it difficult to, they foresee making money very difficult, so they are hiking their salaries. That is what is the feeling now.
Well, I admire your sarcasm, sir, because I'm reminded of a particular MLA who came out in our sting and said that he can make up to 500 crores if he gets a ministerial post. That's what they said. And now they want double the salary hike. Perhaps what their intents are, we don't know. Thank you for calling in, Mr. Sampath. Thank you for your patience. Go ahead, please.
Anand, it is extremely a sad affair. That's what I can sum it up and to say. Are we rewarding these MLAs who have been in the limelight of corruptions? People in Tamil Nadu are do not have water to drink. They have still not charted out any plan of action for that, and today they are talking about salary increase. What a shame it is for the politicians. These politicians, the people. I hope the people of Tamil Nadu would take cognizance of it and immediately ensure this government is thrown out and we get a better government in Tamil Nadu.
True. Thank you for calling in, Mr. Sampath. We'll also play out one of the reactions that came in from the farmer protests. In just a bit, this is what they had to say. The farmers who are protesting in Jantar Mantar for justice, this is what they had to say to the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. Listen in.
Yes, they not only betrayed it, they want to slowly kill us. They want to slowly, in 1970, the salary of MLA 250, then the paddy price 60 kg per 40 rupees, the only 6 bag of paddy is as a MLA salary. Now the MLA is 1,10,000 rupees. So we demand not like that. We demand, we demand a 5%. If 1,10,000, you please give 5,000 rupees to the paddy. We don't want any concession, we don't want any free, we don't want write-off loans, but they don't want to give the fair price, they don't want to help us, so no other way except to commit suicide. That's all. Because they are indirectly They are abetting, CM is abetting, other people abetting to commit suicide farmers.
That was, let's go across to Shilpa, who joins us live now. Shilpa, if you can hear me clearly, can you go back to the farmers and ask them, how is it that they feel? Are they not angry and disappointed with their chief minister, who did not give them time, and their MPs who take their own sweet time to come and listen to their woes, but at the drop of their hat, they accord themselves double the salary?
और जिस प्रकार से ओवर एक्सप्लॉइटेशन हो रहा है,
they are very angry at the moment. In fact, they're very disappointed at what their MLAs and Chief Minister Edapadi Palaniswamy has done to them. Because remember, in April, Edapadi Palaniswamy had asked them for 2 months' time so as to deal with their issues and to come up with a solution. However, he is clearly disappointed these people. In fact, you just heard Ayakanna sir saying that just give us 5,000 rupees from that, we will be satisfied with that kind of money. However, the MLAs don't have that kind of sensitivity at the moment. You can see they're all here. They've been protesting since morning at Jantar Mantar against the insensitive attitude of the Tamil Nadu government. Like you can see, they've in fact displayed some skull bones here, and they've been pulling up one desperate act after another to catch the attention of the Tamil Nadu government. However, to no relief. So clearly insensitive behavior coming from the Tamil Nadu government and its MLAs. These MLAs are in fact supposed to be representatives of people, and here you can see they're clearly letting these farmers down. They are very comfortably taking a pay hike and not really discussing about the farmers' issue. Clearly this is happening right in Jantar Mantar, and they don't even have the time to discuss about this issue, but to talk about their pay hike and their comfortable lives.
Stay on with us. We'll go across to Mohit, also joining us from Jantar Mantar. But after we listen into the MOS home, Kiran Rijiju, who's just reacted on this entire pay hike issue.
Many of the members of the parliament have now raised the issue of hike in salaries, while there have been many critical issues which are pending in front of the parliament.
I don't know. This is a collective view of the MPs, but I cannot comment on that right now.
Mohit also joins us live from Jantar Mantar at this point. Mohit, the protests are only they're only going to intensify now, given the news of what's happening back in Tamil Nadu. Here the farmers are trying to bring their woes and their issues to the centre and to highlight the issues as the monsoon session of parliament is on. And there Edapadi Palaniswamy goes ahead and rewards the MLAs for not doing their job.
Well, it's almost ironical that the fact remains that, these farmers have been sitting here for the past 2 days, and yet no word has actually come out from the top leadership from any of the political parties, and yet you have such a statement being made in the Rajya Sabha. You have several parliamentarians demanding a better fee hike, and at the same time they seem to be completely oblivious to the demands of the farmers. They've been demanding that the arrears be paid off. They've been demanding that the farm loans that they've been seeking, that they already have on their heads, should be waived off, and they've also been demanding a better MSP. And it seems that the government is in absolutely no mood to hear these farmers out. There have been several cases of farmer suicides in the last 1 month or so, which we have already come out with the data, and at the same time you have senior parliamentarians coming out with such issues, and they are themselves demanding a better salary hike. So what does that show actually? That remains to be a big question, that what is more important, a salary hike for the MPs, or at the same time the daily wage for these farmers. At the same time, I am also joined by Anupam, who happens to be one of the organizers of this Kisan protest, which has been organized here at Jantar Mantar. Anupam, right now it seems that the MPs of the country are demanding a better pay hike. They say that they should be given more salary.
Look, at a time when farmers from across the country are agitating with their genuine demands for remunerative prices of their crops, at a time when farmer suicide is on the rise with each passing day, in such times, the government not addressing to the genuine demands of the farmers, not addressing the real agrarian issues, not increasing the price of the crops, and at the same time in getting into this thing where they are actually much more interested in increasing their own pay hikes in their own salaries. It is shameful, to say the least.
What exactly are you going to do if the government continues with that stand? You know, you have been organizing rally. This Kisan Yatra has almost travelled 7 states, and then it concluded here in Jantar Mantar, and now an ongoing protest is happening. At the same time, you have such demands coming in from the parliamentarians. What do you suppose the farmers will do next?
Look, this was a 13-day yatra which started from Mandsaur on the 6th of July, and the farmers from across the country have reached Jantar Mantar to stage their protest. We have 2 specific demands. One, a one-time loan waiver. One time. The word one time is important. There are many parliamentarians and many so-called economists who would say that loan waiver would do such and such things to the economy. What we are demanding is a one-time loan waiver to clean the slate, and then to make institutional measures so that farmers get their due for their crops. Or else this demand of loan waiver will keep on coming up with every couple of years. These are 2 specific demands with which we have congregated here at the Jantar Mantar. And if the parliament and the government does not address this issue, this is increasing, this is becoming big with each passing day, and a day will come, and a day will shortly come when the government and the parliament will be forced to address the demands of the farmers.
What until then? Are you going to intensify?
I'm going to pull away from you for a bit. You carry on the conversation. You carry on the conversation. I'm pulling away because we're getting a reaction from Mr. Sitaram Yechuri.
से कह रही है कि एमपीज को अपने खुद के वेतन के बारे में चर्चा करना सदन में, ये बहुत गलत रिवाज है। आप जोड़िए एमपी की सैलरी कैबिनेट सेक्रेटरी के साथ, प्लस उसके ऊपर 10 रुपए 100 रुपए जो भी है आप जोड़ के इंडेक्स करवा दीजिए। हमें चर्चा नहीं करना चाहिए हमारे तनख्वाह के ऊपर।
Everybody will be muted when they want to talk about their own perks and privileges. Going back to Shilpa now. Shilpa, what are the farmers saying? You said that they put out skulls and bones of those people who have perished to the apathy of the state, and they are upset with the fact that the chief minister is according his MLAs double the salary while denying the farmers an addressal of their distress.
जिसको किसान कहते थे, जिसको अन्नदाता कहते थे, आज उसका रूप सर्वदाता के रूप में बदल चुका है, क्योंकि आप कहते हैं कि किसान अन्नदाता।
What are the farmers saying? Have you been able to interact with more of the representatives? They clearly seem to be upset. Shilpa, if you can hear me.
वो कभी इकट्ठा नहीं हुआ था। सरदार वीएम सिंह जी पिछले 30 साल से हमारे उत्तर प्रदेश के।
Shilpa, can you hear me? Go ahead, please. Talk to the farmers around you and take us through what is happening on ground. Looks like there is a lot of noise in the background. I'm just going to go try and see if we can go across and connect to Shilpa, and if she can take us around the other side of Jantar Mantar, where the farmers from Tamil Nadu are sitting in protest, and they're clearly upset with their Chief Minister Edapadi Palaniswamy. But even as we try and go across to Shilpa, I'm going to go back to Mohit. He's at the other side, where for 2 days the farmers from across the country are protesting. They are conducting rallies. You spoke to one of the organizers, and there was has anybody come? Has any of the parliamentarians come there to Jantar Mantar to meet these farmers, be it government or opposition?
Well, it does seem that the parliamentarians have been so far completely oblivious to what is going on here at Jantar Mantar. You know, you have various farmers from across the states coming in here, from across the country coming in here. You have farmers coming in from Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, all over the place. You know, they have travelled all the way here. They started their rally, they started their protest from Mandsaur, which was, if I may, once again point out, it was heavily violence affected after the protest of the farmers grew violent, and it grew out of control. 6 farmers had lost their lives in that protest, and this particular rally had started from there, and since then it had spiraled out of control for 15 consecutive days. There was reports of violence reported from Mandsaur, and this rally had initiated from there, and from there onwards it had travelled to various states, whether it be parts of Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, Maharashtra, then again Haryana and Uttar Pradesh as well, whereafter it finally reached Jantar Mantar to just showcase that how furious these farmers are at these unfulfilled promises which were made by the
I'm pulling away from you. Limited time on the broadcast. We have a viewer with us, Colonel Rao from Bengaluru, with us on the phone. Yes, Colonel Rao, good afternoon. Thank you for your patience.
Very good afternoon. I intend to put on a small question to you.
Yes, sir.
why is it that time and again the farmers from Tamil Nadu come to Delhi to protest? This is a state subject. Why is it the state government, why is the state government not taking any action for good, bad or ugly, whatever it is? And will this not pave a way for the entire farmers community from the rest of the country to converge in Delhi and make a similar demand? And how far can the taxpayer keep, paying through their nose for a thing that is purely the prerogative of the state government?
Right. Colonel Rao, thank you for raising that issue. Thank you for calling in way over time on this broadcast here on Newsroom 365. Taking a very short break. Afternoon prime time with Swati up next. Stay with us.
We break the stories.